Hey, what's good everyone? My name's Chris from WearTesters.com, and today we are going to talk about these guys. No, just kidding. We're not actually talking about these insoles. We're talking about these awesome insoles. These are the Move insoles, both the Game Day and the Game Day Pro. We're going to talk about the differences between the two and which one you might be interested in more. Now, these bad boys right here are very similar looking, and if you were looking at them all and being like, oh man, I know about those. They come in all my shoes. You'd be right. So we have an Adidas shoe right here, the Dame 7. We actually have an Air Jordan shoe right here. I can't believe this is what comes with it. One of the most expensive shoes on the market right now. This is a 200 plus sneaker, and this is the insole that it gives you. And then we also have a Curry shoe, all of which pretty much the same exact features, which is nothing. It's just a cost-cutting measure right there. They're giving you the bare minimum that you are required to have within your footwear options. These companies are great at making footwear, but they're not great at making insoles. And that's where these guys come in. Again, we have the Game Day and the Game Day Pro. They are very similar, especially if you're just going off of visuals. The only difference between the two that you can actually see, besides the sock liner covering, is actually the foam colors themselves, and that's to differentiate the two because they are slightly different. So the Game Day insole features a dual density foam setup, so you can kind of see that where you have that white layer and then you have the purple layer. The white layer is called shock-free foam, and that basically gives you a direct step-in comfort, which is exactly what the original insoles do. So this is a step-in comfort aspect. You go into the store, you try them on, this feels nice, soft, and squishy, so you're like, hey, they're comfortable. I like that. It's not until you leave the store, you start playing in the product, and then you realize that those things bottom out in a matter of days. So that's what this top layer is going to do. And on top of that, it's got an additional benefit where it will mold to your foot, giving you a custom-like fit, which is something that I personally enjoy with the cheaper insoles. Now, where these guys differ with the cheaper insoles is that they do have that secondary layer on this particular version. It's colored off in purple. So that purple layer is actually a derivative of the Pulsion Energy foam that you'll find in the Game Day Pro, and it's being labeled the DS37. Now, the difference between the DS37 foam and the Pulsion Energy foam is that this one right here is blown in with a little bit more air. So within the foam itself, there are tiny little air pockets, and those are the things that make the foam comfortable. When you use your product for a long period of time and you start to feel that, comfort dwindle, that's because those tiny little air pockets are popping. They don't last forever. And when something like that happens, that's what we call foam bottoming out. It's a little bit more cost effective, both on your wallet and the manufacturers. However, it is way better than the industry standard. And so that's why I don't blame anybody like Dame for swapping this thing out for this. Now, where the two insoles definitely share a similarity is in the forefoot section right here. And what we have is a black section that is grippy. It will grip onto the bottom of your shoes so that these don't slip and slide once moisture is present with, the movements and friction. And again, they are in both insoles right here. So this is something that I think is fantastic because typically what we see is just a little bit of glue. Now, both insoles do feature a heel cup shell, which is this piece right here, the main section or the main component of the insole. This is what I really feel differentiates an insole like this to anything else on the market. This one right here is made out of EVA, so it's a lot lighter in weight. It's a little bit softer than the Game Day Pro. It does offer torsional rigidity as well as some arch support right here. So again, if you're just comparing, visually you can compare the two and just see that they are clearly different. Now, because this one is primarily constructed of EVA, it is a little bit softer, so it has a little bit more give. But again, this is better than most of the aftermarket insoles, especially the insoles that just come in the shoes altogether. And the Game Day is perfect for your typical average athlete. So somebody like me, maybe somebody like you, somebody that just needs a little bit more than what you actually get with your original product, but not something that's overly restrictive or just cumbersome within your shoe. Now, the Game Day Pro has what the Game Day has in it. So we do have that top sock liner. We also have the layer of shock-free foam, which is the white foam right there. Again, it will mold to your foot over time, which feels great. And then directly underneath that is the best foam that they can offer in an insole like this, which is the Pulsion Energy foam. Now, this one does not have the same compound as the Game Day. And again, they use the colors to kind of differentiate the two. So purple is Game Day, the pinkish reddish one is the Game Day Pro. This stuff right here feels great underfoot. They still have the crash pad in the heel, just like the original Game Day. They don't have quite as many air pockets as the Game Day ones, so when you do wear this, it will last a little bit longer over time. All foam does bottom out though, so eventually you'll want to replace your insoles just to maximize performance. In the forefoot, we still have the grip section, and again, this works great to ensure that your insole is not sliding in your shoe, especially once movement and moisture are present. And then what really differentiates the two insoles between the Pro and the regular is that the Game Day Pro features a much heftier torsional plate. This one's actually made out of nylon, so this one does not have any give in it whatsoever. It's very firm. It offers a lot of feedback as well, so if you're in motion, something like this is going to keep you stable while also propelling you forward. Something like this is what you would see on pro athletes' insoles that they remove from their shoes right before they give them away to a fan or auction them off. Most of those players actually have custom-made orthotics that cost hundreds to thousands of dollars. This is pretty much the closest thing that you can get at a fraction of the price. So you're getting all of that performance without breaking the bank. So that pretty much takes care of it. Hopefully that helped you guys out in trying to choose what insole is best for you. Personally, for me, the Game Day is perfect. I think that the Game Day Pro is a little bit too much for me. I don't love nylon plates. I'm just being honest. But if you're looking for something that mimics carbon fiber, this is the one that you're going to want to go with. Otherwise, this guy right here, the Game Day, is perfect for just pretty much everyone. And it offers you, I mean, a heck of a lot more. I don't have to say anything else, right? Like, this is good.